Terence Crawford is about to fight the biggest fight of his career come July 29th in Aerospace Jr. Afterwards, there is a rematch clause attached to this fight. So, besides that, assuming that there is nobody that's going to activate the rematch clause, and it's a one and done between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, who are Terence Crawford's last opponents? Because we know he's already at 39-0. During the interview with CBS Sports Radio, Terence Crawford was asked would he like to make it to 50-0. How does that sound? And he's like, well, listen, that's a Mayweather thing. I'll leave that for Floyd. Definitely not. So right there, that's telling you Terence Crawford, he doesn't have many fights left. Okay, so how many fights do you think he has left after the Errol Spence fight? Is it 2 more fights? 3? To be honest with you, man, I would have to say he probably he'll end his record at 42 fights, man. I say he has 3 more fights in him. I would say after the Spence fight. The Spence fight is included. So Errol Spence and more than likely, hopefully we get the Jermell Charlo fight. And the third fight, I'm not sure. It could also be a rematch between him and Errol Spence at 154. That's what I was hearing. I believe it's at 154. If either one of them activate the rematch clause, it's supposed to be at 154. Another thing I wanted to note is I was watching this video with Bernie the boxer. He was talking to some dude, man. I gotta go back and check the video. There was comments saying that they don't think that they were hearing that the fight had the rematch clause is one-sided. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I guess I'll just keep my eyes peeled for that. But there's definitely a rematch clause tied up in this thing. So will it be a Spence fight twice? Then Jermell Charlo's the last fight for potentially the last fight for Terence Crawford? Or will it be Errol Spence Jr. versus Bud, and then Jermell Charlo, and then maybe he fights somebody, maybe, I don't want to say a lighter touch, because he's going to be at 154. Maybe he fights Danny Garcia up at 154 to end his career. Or Erickson Lubin or somebody like that. But it will be interesting to see. Interesting to see how this plays out for Bud. But it looks like Terence Crawford's career probably is going to end at 154 pounds. Errol Spence, he said he welcomes the Canelo fight. Canelo's on the other side of the street right now. He signed over to PBC, so that might be one of them. We don't know. I don't know. Errol said he'll go up to 168, 160. He said that's more close to his fighting, his walk around weight. So it looks like Errol Spence still got a lot of work to do in the sport of boxing, and he ain't done. But Terence Crawford is winding his career down, and my prediction is after this Errol Spence fight, rather it's a rematch or a Jermell Charlo, or it's Jermell Charlo and somebody else, he has 2 more fights left. So I would say Terence Crawford, if all goes as expected, he'll end his career at 42-0. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Rebel Light Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out.